What the fuck is going on in Texas, Bun B? Tell me what you do today.
So I just inked a pretty big deal, like a.
It's nothing funnier than watching an OG trying to dance to some shit. Yesterday was Mayor. Today is Rich playing the God. This is hilarious.
Nah, I can dance better than Mayor.
You can dance better than Mayor. Yes, you can.
I got moves. I got soul.
You can dance better than Mayor. But let me tell you something, boy. You are hilarious. You got soul?
I got soul.
Is that the Haitian
That's the Haitian persuasion.
That's the Haitian persuasion.
Haitian sensation.
That's how I say Nebule.
Flies Haitian on the planet.
Flies Haitian on the planet. Hey, yo, what's up, y'all? What's going on?
Online.
It's the big show today. Shout out to Rumble in the Bronx. I seen them brothers at Isaac Hayes Jr. Town Hall that I moderated up in Harlem. And they came through and they talked about how they getting people peaceful and not fighting, not killing each other, but fighting. Shout out to them brothers, man. I respect them. Up NYC, the greatest brown and black store in New York City is now officially online. Online. So if you want to be down with the home of the wave and you're from Phoenix, Arizona, or Texas, or New Orleans, or Boston, you can go to Up NYC. The website is officially up and running. Now let me explain this to you, and I'll explain it quick in the nicest of way without getting in your way. Okay? And so, when I started rapping, my mother and father would look at me like I was crazy. Raul T.S., Azzy Milan, executive producer, Barbie on the check-in. When I started rapping and I would write in forest projects, my mother and father thought I was crazy. They said, kid, you're wasting your time. Find out a real job. Stop rapping. Whatever the case may be. Okay? Had I been impressionable, had I listened to him, I wouldn't have became a rapper. It wasn't easy. I went to the Apollo Theater and won 4 nights in a row, amateur night at the Apollo. And so it wasn't easy for me, but I believed in myself to defy the odds. Then I get in the game, and I'm going to tell you some shit I never said before. This is a Joker moment. So although I know people love Fat Joe at the very beginning because they knew he's the truth. He's from the streets. He's from the soil. He really lived this life. So whatever, whether you think he's whack or you think he's not, he's the truth. We rock with him. We know this guy. But I wasn't as good as, let's say, Nas or Jay-Z. But as I was working on my craft, because practice makes perfect, I kept saying, I got to take these guys out. I got to be as good as them. I got to be as best as them, as great as them, as lyrical as them. And so, was that crazy? Yes, it was. Was I better than them? No, I wasn't. But I knew I had to be at least as good as them or shoot for them to even be Fat Joe who I am today. In order to make a hit record, it is a miracle. I tell you all the time, I'd rather have been a one-hit wonder than a no-hit wonder. And so you got to realize there's 10 million people trying to do this job you're going for. And so what does that mean? Vince's Frame, what's up? It's wise words. So I'm going against them. I want to be as good as Nas and Jay-Z. I want to compete like them. It's hard to make a hit record. It's pretty much a miracle. That's why you got friends, unfortunately, that have been rapping forever and can't make one because the shit ain't easy. So I've been able to do that, hit records and anthems. And now as a businessman, and different business ventures I'm in. There's guys who are the dons, they're whoever. I came up in a game where I had to make a miracle happen. It was all against me. Angie Martinez, the legendary radio host, my sister, she tells me all the time, when she first met me, I told her I was going to be the biggest rapper in the world, and she was thinking, boy, we ain't never seeing this motherfucker again. But you have to dream big. If you do not believe in yourself, who's going to believe in you? And so the forefathers, the people who paved the way before us, the guys who are business moguls and billionaires, they didn't care, bro. If there was oil in the ground, they dug the bitch up. I've never had an inferior mindset. I don't know how to be less than. When I was in the South Bronx and the shit looked like a war zone, there were no videos. There was no fucking Instagram. We didn't know they were South Beach or Beverly Hills. But I sat there 12 years old and said, yo, this shit ain't for me. It wasn't in my DNA. It wasn't in my soul, this poor shit. Going to this store to buy shit with coupons. Buy the plastic V bomber instead of the leather one because it was cheaper. But niggas was laughing at me. And so don't look at me like I'm crazy because I believe in me. I believe in my team. And who's my team? Well, they look like me. They come from where I come from, with dreams and aspirations, and all they need is a way to get there. And so what we talking about, man? And so when I sit there and I sit down with my business partners and my guys and I say, yo, man, we taking them out. Who? The Jolly Green Giant, we taking them out. We got to respect everybody. We got to salute legends in the business world. But what's the difference between them and us? DJ Ramo was good. What's the difference between them and us? Nothing. We just as smart. We got just as much money. We got all the clout we need. We got the support of the people. The power of the people. People power. My mentor, J.R. Ridinger, taught me that the people power is more powerful than any government, any ideology in the world. When you got the people, you got everything. I don't care about hate. I never cared about hate. If anything, I take hate as if it's a form of fuel, gas, and to put it in my tank and make me go harder. This ain't about hate, man. It's about legacy. It's about leaving great-grandchildren money. And they look at a picture where we looking funny as hell with this beard, talking about, yo, my great-granduncle Joseph Carter Jr., that boy was a beast. By the people, for the people. You ain't bullshit. And so what I'm trying to tell you is that I'm not scared, bro. And could we be bigger and better? But yes. And that's what this is all about. When I get up on here and I talk that shit to you, I'm not talking about music. I'm just talking at the end of the day. When you sit down and you say, what do we got? What are we doing? Sometimes people don't move like you. They ain't as aggressive as you. As aggressive as you. And so the guy went out there to Vegas and he made Vegas. How many people would have went to the desert and make Vegas? So just know, it's great to be wise, but scared money don't make money. Scared money don't make money. Don't be scared to invest in yourself. Chris Weaver, that gotta be my cousin. Christopher Weaver, my cousin. So it's real out here. What's good, y'all? I love you guys, man. And so nobody never taught me shit. And so I had to learn the hard way. Somebody reminded me of interview I had when I was in the Coca Vision with the kid, 6'9". And they were like, Joe, you was trying to tell him, you was trying to warn him, but that's too late. It's too late. He made his choice. We're moving on. But I told him in that interview, I fucked up all my money. People were trying to give me money. And because I had 50 guys with me and they were scared to death of them, they couldn't come give me the money they wanted to give me. So I try to tell you guys all this shit so you could be nice and lined up mentally and have all the jewels in the world, all the gems in the world for moving forward. All my failures, I don't just tell you about my wins. I tell you how I failed. Yo, Bun, I'm waiting on you. I requested on you twice. And so I tell you everything. He said I'm freezing up.
Supposed to be in another suite.
This is fine. I just need a quiet space. Thank you, guys.
Yo, Bun, what's up, my brother?
Hey, Joe, what's good?
So, Bun, what's going on? Texas last week, there was pipes breaking. It looked like the new Katrina.
Just with ice.
With the ice. All over, people can't get heat. People ain't got electricity. Hospitals are shut down. And then this week, this guy goes and says, no mask. Everybody just walked away. What the fuck is going on in Texas, Bun B?
What's going on is basically it's every man for himself at this point. The government don't care about the people. So unless the people is out here helping the people, they trying to set us up for failure. It's a very tense time right now. You know what I'm saying? People get triggered emotionally in these times, in disaster times, right? These people down here are traumatized from Hurricane Harvey. So every time they say it's going to be some rain or flood, it's a trigger. People jump in a mode. I need to go get all the water I can get. I need to go get the paper towels. I need to go get the toilet paper. I need to go get some food, get some canned goods, some ramen noodles, all of that shit. They jump dead in that mode. What happened with us with the winter storm is that we were just excited to see a little snow. We just wanted to see a little snow. So when we wake up Monday morning and it's snow, the city of Houston is white. It's a beautiful thing. The kids get to go outside. throw snowballs, do all of that type of shit. The next morning after the freeze, the temperature goes down to 9 degrees. We wake up, the city's frozen. You know what I'm saying?
But
Car wrecks.
what I'm saying to you is, while the people are frozen, they got no heat, they got no water, they got nothing.
Right.
Ted Cruz decides to go on vacation to Mexico. He always got some shit to say.
And then got the nerve to go to the CPAC convention and make a joke about it. People died in your district, man. This ain't no funny. This ain't the time for that funny shit. That's why you know they politicizing everything. The governor got on TV yesterday and was smiling and laughing about opening the state up, knowing that we got less than 8% of the state vaccinated right now. Knowing that we're still, today I think it was 7,300 hospitalizations in Houston, not in the state of Texas.
7,300 hospitalizations in Houston alone.
Yes, it's crazy. I mean, I'm sorry, not hospitalizations, positive cases. But it's still
so it's a big number, 7,300
yes.
just in Houston.
Yes.
Texas is huge.
So that tells you tens of thousands of people
down,
across the state every day.
What I wrote down, Bun, is these politicians, elected officials. So you have to pick these guys. You got to vote for them to be where they at. They've been playing God.
Literally. Literally. You know what I'm saying?
Bugged out to me because some guys that we vote for now have a choice of playing God, literally God.
Because they're concerned about the money. They're concerned about their circle. And if you're not in the circle, there's no concern for you. This is a big game for them. They're playing with people's lives. They're playing with the economy. They're playing with people's civil rights. This is a big game for them. So we have to address this very serious. We can't just, be like, well, there they go again with that shit. No, man, we got to hold people accountable. That's why I've been on the governor's neck since this shit started. Because people died, Joe. That shit could have been prevented. People are now going to die, and they don't have to. Like, if you want to open up the state, I'm not gonna go back and forth with you on that. People got to eat, businesses got to go. I understand that, but there's no logical sense in taking away the mask mandate. It's bad science. So what I'm saying, but what they want people to do, they want people to literally act as if there's no COVID. Pretty much. Now, restaurants have already started telling people, I don't care what the governor say, you can't come in here without a mask. Now, there's going to be some places, right, who lean politically.
There's going to be some maskless heroes that want to argue, some Bruce Willises.
Karen and her husband, Karen and Kevin, want to come through and get busy. They're going to want to come through and get busy. They can't wait. Like, once the governor said that, now it don't go into effect until next Wednesday. But I already know they finna push it. But Joe, what's next weekend? What's next weekend? St. Patrick's Day.
So what, they gonna try to throw a parade with no mask and shit like that?
Nah, but the bar's gonna be at 100%.
Oh.
100% for St. Patrick's Day. Super spreader. People gonna die trying to drink green beer.
Yo, this is really, really scary shit, Bun. Because I wear the mask, my hands feel like sandpaper because I use so much sanitation and shit, Perel.
That shit take all the moisture out your skin. That shit not
my
good for your
shit
skin.
dry as fuck. But I'm watching what I do as much as I can. I'm not out around people. I got the mask. And I just can't see, unless somebody tell me, yo, COVID over, I can't see myself walking around a bunch of people with no mask on.
But Joe, you get your information from educated sources. I was very shocked at how many people get all their information from social media, like every single bit of it.
Mm.
Like
well, you know,
not
Bun, that's
CNN.
a different conversation because shout out my goddaughter on the check-in. That's a different conversation because and people doing all type of goofy shit just because they think if somebody do some goofy shit on Instagram and they get a bunch of likes, people want to they're going to do some shit out of their character to get a bunch of likes, you know. And you telling me that everybody get their information from Instagram and Twitter? It's fucked up. You got to get your shit from all over.
Yeah, no, you gotta have a balance of information, you know. But people don't get a balance, right? What happens on social media? You tend to follow people that you agree with, right? So you only gonna get information from your circle. You're never gonna get any information from anybody that doesn't think like you. Therefore, you don't get a chance to have a discerning view, to weigh the shit out and decide which way you really want to move. Because everybody that you follow, everything on your feed is the same line, the same shit. Everybody's on the same shit on your feed. So that's all you see.
So, you know, when I look at the news, I look at CNN, MSNBC, then I go and look at Fox to see the type of shit they talking. You saying that's something we should do on social media as well? Follow some Donald Trump Jr. or
No,
some
no, I
shit
think
like that?
I think when it comes time to look for information, I think you should get off social media and stop listening to the people that you discuss tennis shoes with and t-shirts and the new car and where we going this weekend. Don't you getting scientific information from a nigga that got his D in chemistry?
Some dumb motherfuckers, yo, Bun. Let me tell you something. I remember COVID started, they was like, yo, I got so much shit. I had so many friends who told me they had a friend or cousin that worked at the Pentagon who told them that it's the 5G towers. I'm like, yo, bro, if y'all don't shut the fuck up, like, and everybody, educated guy who got, I mean, these people so full of shit, man.
I went to school with these niggas. You niggas ain't make good grades in school. How you gonna tell me about some deep science shit?
Yo,
Niggas
Bun,
that I had to
let me
teach how
tell
to
you something.
use. I had to teach you how to use Cash App, and now you know about 5G technology and what the government is doing, and Bill Gates want to put a chip in us so they can follow us and know what we're doing. Your phone tell them everything anyway. What are you talking about? You ain't never read.
These people really get on my nerves, man.
I got an iPhone, Joe.
Them.
I got an iPhone. You got an iPhone. I ain't never read the terms and conditions.
Well, that's a fact. But
So
you know,
we
you
don't
gotta
know.
always act like somebody listening anyway.
So we don't know who exactly, but we from a different era. We always move like somebody else.
Maybe I'm talking too much, but Fat Joe, Joseph Carter Jr., when he talk on that phone, he talk like there's a third party every single time.
It's a safe assumption. It's a safe assumption.
It's a safe assumption. I'm not the intellectual, smartest guy in the world, but I ain't talking crazy on that phone. You gotta watch what the hell y'all talking about on that phone.
Especially on this Instagram. Like now more than ever, right? People are literally telling on themselves. Like they don't have to go far to find the information to incriminate you because you gave them the information. Then, like you do it on the live, now and then you save the live. Why would you save the live? No, and it's the same thing we said about the phone. Every time I go on live or broadcast, I assume somebody screen recorded it. Right? Because every time
you know what your man came on here, Brad Cohen. He's Lil Wayne and Kodak Black's lawyer. He did an incredible job of getting them pardoned. And he said, Joe,
amazing.
I have clients They shoot rap videos and they got guns in the video. The police zoom in, they get the serial number, and if it's an illegal gun, they go and lock the guy up without the gun because he flashed it on the all this shit is going on.
They handed themselves over to the authorities, and I hate it. I hate to see it. You know what I'm saying? But it's a lifestyle choice that a lot of them are making. This is the way they choose to move and present themselves. I can't tell them no different. Joe, you know, me and you talked about a year ago about a street situation, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that was the thing. We was like, how can we calm this down, right? I would like to calm this down. And you was like, you can't calm it down unless the people want to calm it down. If they hot-headed, all you gonna do sometimes in these situations, you can make it worse. And then that, and even beyond that, you could get drawn into it. Now you're getting tested. Now you gotta go crack somebody's head open over some shit that really ain't have nothing to do with you. We grew up in these communities. We don't want to see this shit happen in these communities, but there's only so far down the line you can go for some of this.
You know, it's crazy because the oldest conversation I've ever had is motherfuckers be in the hood, never had a job, be in a strip club throwing 10, 20,000, driving Lamborghinis, and then when they get snatched the fuck up, so it's just that easy. It's that easy. You go to the club, this guy's throwing $20,000. Well, what does he do? He's in the Lamborghini. Is he a ball player, a soccer player? Is he a reggaeton artist? And this motherfucker never had a job.
Right.
You're done. If you never had a job, and I'm not mocking them, because I'm all about flossing. I'm all about living the life. But if you don't have a way to prove how you got all that money you got on your fucking neck and shit that you got on Instagram, you going down.
Don't breed Frank Lucas with the mink on. I can't make it no more simple than that. If you know, you know. Don't be Frank Lucas with the mink on.
Don't be Frank Lucas with the chinchilla on.
No.
Yeah, you know, it's crazy. Let me ask you a question, right, Bun? Because me and you, we OGs. I like to think we're respected.
I like to
to think we've said some shit in our day that's crazy. But I was talking to a friend, to shout out UFO Feeds, and you know, I've said all type of shit. You know, we call Biggie the greatest, and he said, "Smack your baby after Christian." And like we've said,
crazy shit.
Said so much foul shit. You've said so much foul shit. And I fight for freedom of speech. But is it because I'm old that when I get in the car with my daughter and all the rappers are like, she sucked my dick and her sister sucked my dick too. I got her cash app touch. And it's every single record. Now am I thinking old because I don't want them to get censored? But is this shit on prime time? It seems like every single record is saying this shit. And I've said foul shit.
You're getting old, Joe. And
I'm
gonna tell you why.
Some bullshit, man.
I'm gonna tell you why. Because your frame of reference is different. Right? When you're 18, the only woman you respect, and that's not even for everybody, is your mother.
Is your mother.
Right? That's the only woman you got respect for. As you get older, right? You start to appreciate family more. You respect either your wife or your baby mother for having your children. And that's a volatile thing. That goes either way, right? You start having a different respect for your aunts as they get older, right?
Yeah.
You go look out for them. And you start to see things happen to women, and you look at the women in your life. You look at your wife, Joe. You look at your daughter, right? And you wouldn't accept that language towards them. You don't even really want it around them because you have women in your life that you respect now, Joe. We
Yeah,
was reckless, dude.
it's some old shit, right, Bart?
Absolute, Joe. It's very few. We came up. Forget women. There's very few people we respected.
Yeah, you ain't lying.
Right? So we
You ain't
look at
lying.
our relationships with everybody different. Dudes we thought was really 100 with us, we find out as they grow up, they're suckers, they're leeches.
Yeah,
They don't want
everybody
to do
can't
nothing.
go. Everybody can't go. And what I've been trying to tell people, right? Because every time I come back up to the city, because you know Miami is is for me. I know there's a hood, Liberty City, all that. I know they get busy out in Miami. I'm not
Pork and beans, yes.
But where I live, I ride my bike by a palm tree and I'm listening to fucking SOS band, ring my bell. And then I pull up in College Mansion and I have a cappuccino with him. I have a cappuccino. We talk shit, Joe, stay in the light, God loves you.
No,
Every positive. Huh?
You don't have a cappuccino. Somebody brings you a cappuccino.
Oh, yeah, they bring me a cappuccino. No bullshit. On white marble. But listen, hold up. When I come back to the city, I start hearing from different friends, yo, such and such really want to talk to you. These are guys I haven't talked to in 20 years. What the fuck in the universe they want to talk to me about? And so, if we don't even think alike, bro, I'm in another place. So you over here trying to convince me, yo, the God such and such, this one, like, yo, bro, I don't even fucking know these people no more.
Right.
And so
we not in homeroom no more.
We don't have nothing to talk about, Bun.
We didn't run with the same people. We didn't move in the same circles. My thing is, if you never had my phone number before, ever in life, why you want it now?
Hold up, Bun. Not even that. Like, I'm not fucking with you. If I haven't seen you in 20 years,
there's a reason.
Man or female, and there's a reason why you're not in my circle. We do not think alike. We do not have nothing to discuss. What am I supposed to go over there, sit with you and talk about some shit that we related to 20 years ago? It just don't register with me.
No, we passed that, Joe. We moved past it. And it's not like we turning our back on people. But if you don't want to move forward, how often do you want me to step back to where you at? I'm not talking about looking back and giving back. I'm talking about literally stepping back out of my space, out of the life that I built for myself, just to come to give you some comfort. We're not doing this. I don't owe nobody nothing. I don't owe nobody no friendship, no phone call. I don't owe you no money. I ain't supposed to put you on. Ain't nobody do nothing for me. Let's just keep it real. Nobody did nothing for me. And I only got it with a few people.
Yo, Bun, you know what I did one time? We having too much real talk. But listen, no, this is real shit. You know what I did one time, man? You know, when you make it out the hood and you make money that you think can't run out, you get something called survivor's guilt. And so I always had 30 guys with me. I bought 30 Cadillac trucks around the Bronx, paid for it, gave it to them, took care of everybody, taking a bunch of bums on G4s, putting them in the Ritz-Carlton. Like, these are bums that would have never went nowhere.
This is what I'm saying.
And so I go one day and I couldn't sleep. And when I can't sleep, that means the gem, God is showing me something. So I call a meeting. The next morning, everybody come. We in Puerto Rico, in the Ritz-Carlton. I said, listen, I think I was at a mixed power summit or something. I said, listen, guys, I got terrible news. And they're like, what's the problem? Joe, I said, the problem is I ain't got money like that no more. I'm falling off. I ain't got no money. and I really can't take care of nobody no more. Literally, out of the 30 people, 5 of them said, bro, I'm with you no matter what, through thick and thin. You ain't got money, I'm with you 1,000,000%. Those are the 5 you kept seeing around me. The other 25, I had a guy tell me, yo, this is our money. Like, what are you talking about? This, I said, our money? Like, you guys really wrote these records? You guys are doing these shows? And so my circle became smaller. God showed me that you got all these guys around you, they sucking, they blood sucking, they
leeches.
taking everything and don't give a fuck. And let me tell you something. The day I did that, all of a sudden was the day everybody went back to the hood and said, Fat Joe ain't shit. He don't care about his people. He don't give a fuck. He don't this. He's this. And bro, was it worth it? Anything I gave these people?
People don't care. If you went to everybody you knew, if you picked 100 people and you went and gave them $1,000, some of them would say, why not 2? These people think the world owes them something. It ain't just you, Joe. This is how they move with everybody in their life that they feel got more than they do.
Wow.
They bum cigarettes, they bum swishes, they bum weed, they bum rides.
You can't make a bum. Let me explain something. I'm willing, me, to make a TV show on the A&E or whatever, We Network, whatever you want to name it, to go to the family of successful athletes and rappers and see how these people think they're doing the right thing, getting their family houses, looking out for their moms, their this, and how you go in a mansion they bought them and they got holes in the wall, and shit look like a fucking hoopty in there. Them people don't appreciate shit, Bun. We can make a show out of this. Baseball player, basketball player. We go and see what they bought their mother in Chicago, in Puerto Rico, whatever. They shit look holes in the wall, destroyed. A house they might have spent $500,000, $1 million on, shit worth $10.
You can't teach people
Bumps
pride.
is bumps.
You can't teach people pride. Because you can be poor as shit in the projects, Joe. You know, like I know. And there's certain people houses you go in there, you could eat off the floor. Miss Mary don't play. Miss Mary, you just all the time you see her. You know what I'm saying? Miss Mary scrubbing something. You know, she throwing that mop water out, trying to keep her house clean. Because Miss Mary lived next to Miss Judy, who's trash. And she got them roaches. And if I don't keep my house clean, her roaches gonna come to my house.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I done been in them shits. Yo, I'm in a project with 144 apartments, B. The projects in the Bronx is like this.
Y'all go up. Always go out. Y'all should go up. And insane.
When you go, certain houses, you know that shit smell like fucking pig's feet, dirty. You know, you wait for your man in the hallway because the shit too stinky, too fucked up.
We went when we was out for Harvey. We went in these apartments. I never seen these apartments before in my life, and we was going door to door to see if people had water damage, if they had, because we went to a lot of houses that had mold, right? And you could smell the mold in the house, right? We went to one apartment, and like 2 people ran away. Like I'm like 7 in line to go to, you know, like we going door to door. 2 people, the door opened, they ran away. I'm with Miss Me, Trey the Truth, and Nick Cannon. The house is like a landfill. Babies got on diapers, ain't been changed, and I don't know when. Dirty dishes everywhere, all kind of stains. The house smelled like just ass. And these women had the nerve to be like, "Where's Nick Cannon?"
But you ain't got about 17 babies already?
But see, it's niggas that's going in them houses, Joe. Let's keep it real. She ain't make 4 babies by herself. Somebody's going in that nasty ass house and smashing.
disgusting.
We could talk about this shit all day, Joe. You know I know.
We don't want to, we don't. Let me tell you something, man. I'm gonna tell you why you on here. Something I thought of, and I don't know why I thought of this shit, but this is crazy what I'm gonna tell you. This is a true story. I'm in jail. 4 months. I'm working in the kitchen just to get off my floor because I was in the building board. There's a fucking police lady. She look like fucking Raggedy Ann. She got this red hair, like fucking Ronald McDonald's sister, right? So the bitch walking like, trying to act like, I'm not saying no lesbian. I'm saying she just acting like she's the head bitch in charge.
It's just some aggressive energy.
So, yeah, but she's not in my lane. I'm not in her lane. We good. So I get up. So we take these giant elevators to our floor. They got elevators that you can damn near fit a truck in. So you walk in there, and then you go up. So one day we're going for the elevator. She's out there. She got to put us in the elevator. She says, I'm the head bitch in charge. I'm the bitch that runs this, that type of shit. They be power tripping. We know that, right?
Of course.
So I don't care. I'm like number 99. Yo, Bun. I'm on the line. I'm like number 99. There's 100 of us. I'm all the way at the end, out the way. And if you rich and famous, I don't give a fuck about you too. This, right? So apparently all 99 other motherfuckers is looking at me like, this is a direct shot.
Right.
So I step out, I said, Miss, you just have to be talking about me because I'm the only guy that's rich and famous on this line. Well, maybe I'm talking to you. She starts talking shit. I run this jail. I don't know what the fuck. She was just power tripping, right?
Right.
But she started talking crazy. I said, Miss, you want to know what? Have fun. I got 30 more days left. I live on a house on the water 10 minutes from here. And have all the fun. I want you to fuck with me.
Right. Get it out your system.
Legendary for 30 days because on the 31st, I'm out of here. I'm telling from the 100 dudes. She said, well, maybe you might have to leave in the pine box.
Wow.
Everybody looked like, oh my God, like, yo, this is. So at that point, I knew, oh, this bitch crazy. I knew, like, don't fuck with her. She's crazy. Not that she can kill me, but she's just crazy. Like,
yeah.
It's cool. I take it, boom. All right. I go, I never argue with her. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'll tell you one thing. There was this black CEO. The next day I went to work, and he pulled up in front of her. Somebody must have told him, because I don't know him. Somebody must have told him. He pulled up in front of her, in front of me so I could hear it. He's like, yo, let me tell you something, bitch. You better stop threatening motherfuckers around. Like, he made a little movie to make me feel good, but I never told him nothing. I don't care.
Right.
Bro, maybe 2 years later, I can't sleep at night. I'm watching the news. It was the one network. And the chick comes up in the news. She allegedly killed her husband and threw him off a boat in Miami. They locked the bitch up. Yo, I could not believe it, Bun B. I'm looking at her. It looks like it's on the news. I dare anybody to Google this shit. It's on the news. I'm throwing some shit over the boat. The fucking camera caught it off the house. And I'm like, yo, I cannot fucking believe that. What? She's probably in jail from her. She's in jail.
Yeah, she in jail. She's not 30 days. She ain't coming home in 30 days.
Oh no, her ass is done. But I don't know why I tell you that story, but it's, bro, the craziest shit be happening to people
out here in this world. But Joe, look, all you can do is know that you are survivor. That's the only thing about becoming an old head I tell young dudes. You know what I'm saying? You lucky if you live this long. You don't know how many dudes I left in the teens, in the 20s, in the 30s. I'm losing them now in the 40s. You know what I'm saying? You make it this far, you start to appreciate things. You start to realize that some dudes out here died for way less than you got away with. So there's got to be.
I know guys that died over $1 in a dice game.
My friend, I said it in the song, $5 dice game.
Yeah, my guy, Black Ant, and shout out to everybody, McKinley and Forrest. This was the nicest guy, most handsome dude in the world. They argue over $1. They stabbed him and killed him. This guy was incredible, but that taught me that whenever, somebody hired me to go to perform in the favela or Caserío or in the middle of Africa where everybody's like, yo, it's dangerous, Sierra Leone, this. I'm like, yo, bro, you think I'm not going to get that bag? I grew up with guys that died for less.
I tell people all the time, we going, like somebody just called me to go to Monterey. My wife was like, you going? I'm like, yeah, I'm going to go. I'm not going to Juarez. You know what I'm saying? Like.
Oh, Monterey, Mexico.
Yes. Which is still kind of
ill. Jimenez or Juarez.
Yeah, no, we're not doing that. I need to go somewhere where there's a tour.
I watched some shit last night. It's called Cartel Land or some shit. They was fucking popping off so legend over there. Like vigilantes against the fucking drug dealers. I was like, Jesus, like they giving it up. They don't care over there. They letting it go.
Yeah, they giving it up. I ain't gonna lie.
You gotta be careful. You gotta make sure it's in a great place. There's nothing wrong with going to Mexico. I've been over there, but you gotta be careful.
I'm going with my people though. I'm going with it's coming through my dude Sinful and Sick Jackin, the West Coast.
So you're going with the right team.
Exactly. I'm tapped in, Joe. We ain't playing out here.
Yo, Bun, I love you, my brother. Thank you for giving us incredible insight. I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna go with a positive story. Our little brother Hitmaka is in the comments. He just signed a huge deal. I wanna end it with just enlightening the people and showing them how you can make it happen.
Absolutely, man. You got to believe in yourself out here, man. You know what I'm saying? I come from a time where literally nobody, right? Like for one, when I became an MC, there was under 100 MCs, like professional. You know what I'm saying? And even with those odds, which was a lot easier, right? Nobody believed in me. Nobody. I would not be right here on this phone with you had I not believed in myself. I'm talking about people that love me deeply and dearly, right? My mom loved me to death.
Saying my mother and father used to tell me, yo, bro, you ain't gonna be shit. Like, you're not gonna be. My mom's watching now. They used to be like, yo, my man, if you don't stop writing that shit, like, are you fucking kidding me? You think you're gonna make it? Yeah, I mean, you gotta believe in yourself, and not only just believe in yourself, you gotta act upon it. You gotta play the game out. You can't just. You gotta go for it. There was guys that was way better than me in rapping in my hood, but they never went to the rap show. Facts. They never went to the.
People gotta want this, and then after you want it, you gotta be willing to get up and go get it. You gotta be willing to sacrifice something for it. You gotta give up some of this bullshit that you attach to that you don't want to let go.
Yeah, because you know what nobody talks about is, unfortunately, with you being blessed so much by God, I feel like we get cursed too in a way. Famous people, they always have some shit happen to their family, some shit happen, some wild shit. And I've always wondered, is it like a gift and a curse? Is it like, are we so blessed that we get to do shit that everybody want to do, that it comes back karma? I don't know. Like, if you really think about it.
I don't think it's that, Joe. I don't think it's that. I think things happen to us to remind us that we're still human. Because idolatry is our business. Look at the stage.
I can tell you, Mariah Carey's the richest in the world. She had a sister catch AIDS and use drugs. Bobby Brown has kids die. These are people we love and they're great. And then we go on. I got an autistic son. That's hard as fuck. And if you break it down to everybody, I'll be like, damn, everybody made their dream go true and God bless them. But is there a truth to there being a curse with the success?
No, it's about making sure that you appreciate everything that you have in your life. It's about how easily things can be taken away from you, right? And when it comes down to it, like when you look at like cancer and disease and all of that stuff, there's only so much you can do for people sometimes, no matter, I don't care how much money you got. There's only so much you can do, right? That's God letting you know, yeah, you can do a lot. You can buy people nice things, but when it comes to life and death, you don't have any sway in that. That's me.
Bun B, I love you, my brother. God bless you. Thank you so much for your knowledge, man.
Anytime, Joe. Anytime,
I love
my
you,
brother.
bro.
Love,
Bye-bye.
man.
You guys don't know who I know. You don't know who I know. And so we get it. See, this shit is so live. We do this every day. And I wanted to know how the governor was bugging in Texas, so I called the king of Texas, Bun B. Well, one of the kings. And so this is how we go about getting it done. We cut out the middleman and we hear the real shit. We cut out the middleman and speak facts. Yo.
What
Hitmaka. Look at this guy. He pausing up with the smile and shit. Yo, Hitmaka, let me tell you something. You love that you got green eyes, huh? You love that shit, bro.
Yeah. I don't hate it. I don't hate it.
Yo, when you was young, you used to wear like green clothes to make your shit pop out.
Yo, chill. Yeah. Yo, chill.
Cause I know you love this shit, man.
Oh, you know the
Yo,
vibes, bro.
I was talking so much real shit with Bun B. Let me ask you. Today's an incredible day. I'm so happy for you. I'm so proud of you. You worked very, very hard. And today you made a major, major announcement. Could you let us know exactly what the announcement was? And we're proud of you, my brother. We like to tell everybody stories of triumph, that we came from here and we over here and we only gonna get bigger. That's all I see in you since the first day I met you. But tell me what you do today.
So I just inked a pretty big deal, like a revolutionary, monumental deal with Ghazi. I don't think nobody has the type of deal in the game that I got right now. And he brought me on. You know, my contract was ending with Atlantic Records, and he ended. I was like, a lot of different people wanted to give me deals. Like they offered me to run like heads of companies, the biggest labels in the game. They offered me a lot of different jobs, but I felt like, man, it's time for me to bet on myself. Like, you know how this run is, Joe. Like, you one of the guys that told me, like, yo, you're on a run, like a 4-year, 5-year run. Like, this don't happen often, like, you know, and I wanted to invest into myself, into my people. So when I look back, you know what I'm saying, I have zero regrets. Like, corporate lifestyle was cool. It was like high school to me. Like, I was able to learn the game, learn the insides and outs. And, man, I ain't built to work for nobody, man. I'm built to be my own boss. But I will, like, I do have a job with Empire as well too. Like, we don't even, my title is so crazy. Like, it's just freedom. I'm just naming my title freedom. Like, I'm
Call
able,
that shit freedom.
yeah, I'm able
Chief,
to,
Chief of Freedom.
you know, I'm able to provide freedom for all my creatives, all my guys that I work with, man. Like, this is just amazing.
And let me tell the people about Ghazi.
Mm-hmm.
Ghazi owns Empire Records, Empire Distribution. Ghazi's the guy that when I was in trouble and I had just come out of my tax problem, I called him up. I never forget, I was at Publix supermarket and I said, Ghazi, I need you. He said, what's up? Whatever you need. I said, look, I just made a song with Remy. I'm going to shoot a video. I need radio. I need promotions. I need this and this and that. He said, I got you. He never even heard the song. The song happened to be all the way up. But he never heard the shit. And we got nominated for Grammys. This is the type of guy that we're talking about, who's very rare in this business of everybody taking advantage of the talented people. And the thing I hate the most about the game is you bust your ass, you come up with an idea, you put out the hit, and some guy comes in some suit, and when you win the Grammy, he's standing there with the Grammy like he did something.
Right.
I can't fuck with that.
You know what it was for me that was bigger than that? To me, it was more so like, man, dog, like, man, I'm working my ass off. I'm selling millions of records. I'm doing all this crazy shit. And like, putting out the music was more the bigger issue for me, Joe. Like, with COVID going on, like, we got the biggest record in the world, me and you, and then like the product manager gotta love it. This person gotta love it. The big dog that's 70 years old gotta love it. And it was just like, yo, what's the point of me being here and having this opportunity when I do all these channels? And it just frustrated me like a lot. But I love,
you could be your own worst enemy, and you believe in yourself so much. But I heard you make a statement one time that I was slightly worried for you, right? But still believed in you and understood what you were trying to say.
Right.
One day I seen an interview, I forget where you was like, it's time for Craig Kalman to leave. It's time for Leo to leave. It's time. And you was talking about all the executives that got the most power in the game, and you were saying they did their thing. I want your slot. I'm going to take over your slot. And when I saw that, I said, man, I love how he believes in himself. I believe him. But do you think these old guys are like scared of the shit he's saying?
Nah, see, that wasn't the case. I feel like, man, like, that's just like an up-and-coming rapper saying, yo, like, I want Jay-Z's spot. I want to be as big as Joe Crack. I want to do this and then the third. Like, that's just the way I feel about myself. I feel like music men come every now and then. You're a music man to me. I feel like a lot of people that's in these positions, they're not even actually the right person to really be in the culture to tell us something about culture. So when I go in there and say it, I mean, listen, let's be clear. Like, the reason why, you know, like, a lot of my situations happened with Atlantic that were amazing for me due to them being reactive. Other people will offer label deals. Other people will offer me an artist deal. So, like, I just felt like they wasn't vision. Like, they got so much going on. I'm a visionary, Joe. I didn't know that you was making that song with Cool and Dre when you was doing that that record. I just meshed well with people. I fell in your studio, wilding out, and somehow do that wild out would say this, and this, all right, and drop mic and leave. Like, and we left, and we have a big record. So my thing is, man, it got to be somebody of color and of culture running these corporations, man. Like, that's the only thing to me. Like, and I feel like I'm just as great or greater than, and I'm the next up. I'm the second coming.
Are you going to be working with other artists on Empire?
My intention is to run through Empire's entire roster like I ran through Atlantic Records, and I got a bigger piece of the pie. And I'm gonna be able to put all my people on. Shout out to my brother, my business partner, Chris Sean, everybody, the whole team that's with me. Like, I'm putting, like, my whole goal is to surround Empire with all the creatives. Whoever the big producers is that I work with, let's give them deals. Let's do what Jimmy Iovine did. Let's believe in the creatives, because as long as we keep the music around us that's fire, there's no way we're gonna be able to lose and putting the people in a position, bro.
Is it safe to say you're rich and you're on your way to becoming very wealthy?
I mean, put in a lot of work. I'm like almost 70 million sold in 4 years, Joe. 6 billion streams.
Even through COVID, I stood away from you. I haven't seen you in person as a human being. But listen, you've been busting your ass through COVID.
Yeah.
Like, you've been in the studio every night. You took no days off. You went in there. Did you ever catch COVID or no?
No. Never. Through the grace of God, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just...
God. And I'm talking about, I seen you in the studio with 50 people. I seen you everywhere I could think of. But the main thing is, you were willing to sacrifice your life.
Mm-hmm.
With the COVID, when Fat Joe was scared, you called me, you laughed with me. You said,
Joe,
my brother, stay safe.
Yo, I'm still, like, a lot of people don't understand. Yeah, I changed my name. Unless I do a facelift, I'm still Young Berg. Do you know the adversities that I had to come through to be in this position? I remember when Rico Love put me on game and had me in Circle House. You were in Circle House. He was working with you, and I was just a kid sitting on the couch, and that nigga was like, yo, Fat Joe, meet Christian. You was like, nigga, that's Young Berg. What the fuck are you talking about, Christian? Like, what do you mean, Rico? Like, go through so much to get through here. It's nothing fucking gonna stop me, Joe. Like, I don't care about nothing. I have zero responsibilities except turning this shit up and putting on for my people, Joe.
Let me ask you one last question.
Mm-hmm.
Who's your top 5 producers of all time?
Dr. Dre, Kanye West, man, Babyface and L.A. Reid.
Ooh.
Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis.
Yes.
And then, man, dog, Pharrell, just for the coaching.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. But not for nothing. I caught you off point, but you gave some legendary. You said Dr. Dre, Kanye West, Jimmy Jam, Terry Lewis, Babyface, and L.A. Reid, and then you ended it with Pharrell.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
See, today,
my brother, I love you. Much success.
I gotta say one thing. I got a lot of announcements. This was just the first announcement of many that's about to happen. So stay tuned. Shout out to my business partner, Chris Sean. Shout out to my whole team, Billy J, Neat Bucks, Rocky. Stay tuned. It's gonna get bigger and bigger.
My brother, I love you, Hitmaker. Stay winning, baby. And that jacket is super fly. You threw that shit on.
My brother. Yes, let's go, my brother. Let's go, man.
All right, my brother. I love you, Hitmaker. One love, man.
One.
God damn. The man worked. You don't know who I know. The man worked every day of his life in the COVID. 4 years straight, nothing but hit records. Yeah, you know him as Young Berg. So what? He's the hit maker. And if you want to hit and you got an artist, you go blow the bag with him. Don't let these people lie to you. The man on fire. He made a power move. We asked him what his title was. Freedom. That's what creative people want. Freedom. You want them to work in a record label 9 to 5 like these guys? These so-called guys who know what's going on? Sometimes you go in that label and you get that 9 to 5 and it fucks up your creativity. Because you around motherfuckers don't know shit. And you like, damn, this shit whack. So be careful what you wish for. Listen, guys, let your darkest moments bring your most clarity. Do you know what I mean by that? If you're down and out, if you're going through a tough time, if you're in a dark place, and your so-called friends or family don't have your back, fuck them. You have to move on. They're not here for you. trust God, believe in God, in good times and bad times. God is just always showing you things. It's never failures, it's lessons. It's never failures, it's lessons. Peace, y'all. We the biggest in the game. Killing these niggas, man.